Welcome back to Stellaris as we carry on with the Rethellian Galactic Empire. Now, from our shaky start comes a shaky future. And I've got a system to scan. Now, what's this guy doing? He seems to have just stopped. He was supposed to be surveying this system, but he just seems to have arrived here and stopped. So, let's get back on that survey mission. The construction ship. There's very little for my construction ship to do. Let's nip over to Hydrax, because the queue on Hydrax was finished, so... contact port, remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence leads to a popular Newsnet post on Hydrax. I keep calling it Hydrax, I've just noticed it's Hydax. Fair enough. The people of the Rethellian Galactic Empire are apparently finding some humour in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from the other stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Hask Gentar's report on the traces found on Danib 4 seemingly only add an ironic twist to the situation. So that's the alien amusement park we found on the other planet, which I think may have been a failed scientific report. Just a little bit of flavour text there. So, what's going on with my home world? Not a lot. I'm going to focus on continuing building mining networks, because I'm very conscious that our poorly resourced home system isn't giving us much in the way of minerals. Although saying that, energy credits also seems to be a situation, so I don't really think I'm going to need that extra food. I've got 7 food spare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which fills up so most of these things. So I'm going to build a power plant as well. Do my slaves get a bonus to energy? Excellent manual labour, but are not good for anything else. Enslave pop. No. Immediately emancipate that pop. They're not good for generating energy. Slaves are good for minerals and food, it seems, but not energy. I'm going to enslave the planetary administration. And that'll give us a boost to minerals and food. So the way I see it, the planetary administration building is staffed by slaves. It's not... my administrators themselves aren't slaves in my corrupt empire. This is looking like a good system. I can already see that we've got a bunch of minerals here. So what I'm going to do is fly my science ship over there. I can't afford a frontier outpost. I'll wait till I can afford a frontier outpost, and then I might fly over here so that I can claim this system and those minerals. The lack of energy is still somewhat worrying. If I were to move my fleet away from my home system, no doubt would be running an energy deficit, because it costs more to support them when they are out of the planet. I can't really afford to build any research stations over these resources either, because they cost energy. In the previous games I've been swimming in energy. There's been energy resources everywhere, and I've been building planets over there, building research energy gathering stations over them, so I'm finding it hard to adapt to this game. I don't know if it's been rebalanced in the patch, or if I'm just having a run of bad luck. At least we're finding some materials. In previous games that I've had, it's been materials that are the problematic things to come across. Doesn't seem to be quite the case in this one. Let's have a look at that research. That's so if I do the research on that planet, that's going to tie up my society research. My society research is currently working on colony ships. So we found an anomaly. By chance, we've stumbled on a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. It could be a distress transponder, or could it be a distress transponder? Failure risk of 22% on that one. For either of my scientists. What I'll do is I'll hold off and see if either of my guys get a get a level up at any point. And if they do get a level up, then I'll have a lower chance of failure. We've finished that Sphere system, so nip over to that system and survey that one. We're going to run out of surveyable systems soon. Actually, no, we've got a clump over there. Could be some useful stuff over there. I have a feeling this science ship will be done very shortly. Hide, actually, how the construction's coming on. Once that construction's ready, I'm not going to enslave this pop even though he's working the mine, because once that construction's ready, I'm going to move him over to the energy generation station. We've encountered some form of strange alien vessels in the Tysra system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. At the same time, contact report enigmatic spacefarers. News of alien ships humming around the ether have reached Hydrax, in many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the Rethellian Galactic Empire's bid for a stellar empire. And we've also unlocked engineering facilities, and we can do some new research. Pause, because shiz is going down. The science ship has encountered hostile alien vessels and is attempting to evade them. So now would be a good time to unlock nuclear missiles. No, defense platform. We're going to unlock the defense platform to defend our homeworld from the new alien menace that we've encountered. The Alphard system is looking good now with 6 potential resources there. So what have we got here? Now I know these guys. These are mining drones. They aren't aliens, they are automated drones left over from an ancient alien civilization. However, I don't want to mess with them because my battle group is pathetic, and I'd love to build my battle group up, but I can't afford to. In fact, I am now on 0 energy credits. So I will instead, is that out of range? Yeah, that's out of range. I will instead head over to this part of the galaxy and start surveying. Not worry about those pesky aliens for now. Just calm down. Calm down and go there. Alphard system is nearly fully scanned. I'm still holding out that we might get some energy resources because I can't build any more mining stations or anything. So that'd be a great place, theoretically, to build a couple of mining stations, but in practice, we've encountered another form of strange alien vessels in the Surface system. These strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens until we can learn more about them. Let's nip over and see what we've got. We have the crystal things, which will blow my ship up if I attempt to fly my science ship near them, so let's not. Let's get the hell out of there. Right, well, there's been a lot happening, right? Inactive buildings, hostile fleets, anomaly, system surveyed, construction complete. Okay, we can go back over to Hydrax and we can move that guy over there, and we now have some more energy, which is good. Making energy is good. We need energy. The new pop when he appears is going to be there. And I'm going to clear that tile blocker because that's going to be another good place to gather some energy. I'm very conscious of the fact I haven't built any sort of research facilities. Can't really afford to. Clearing tile blockers. Tile blockers prevent you from building on them, so that's a sprawling ruin. So we're going to demolish that so we can build more. You'll find other tile blockers on other alien worlds that aren't so easy to get rid of. Hostile aliens, swamps, mountains, things like that. Nasty stuff. How's my research coming along against the colony ship? Only 4 months remaining before we unlock colony ships. I still have to afford to build one though, which means I'm probably going to have to save up for a little bit. But building the colony ship means that I can populate Thrish, and then I will be an empire, because I will have... Oh, another planet. A desert world and a tundra world. Tundra worlds I can't colonise at the moment, and even if I could, my guys wouldn't like it because they're from the desert. Okay. We've detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Dologa's Spring. They have advanced into the equivalent of an Iron Age and are divided into numerous petty kingdoms and empires. Their species has spread across almost the entire surface of the planet. We should consider building an observation post above their world so we can study them more closely. So they're on Dologa's Spring. So leave B for now. Whoops, I leaved B for now on something different by the looks of it. So while we're paused, let's nip in. Where's Dologa's Spring? Not here. What we did encounter was signs of precursor activity. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor world on this habitable race. That's what I've left for now. I'll continue to leave it for now because it's got quite a high failure risk. So I'll leave it until I can minimise that. So Dologa's Spring, there's the alien race, there's the Agarians. They are fanatic individualists and xenophobes. Oh dear me. They prefer desert planets, which isn't ideal. It would be great if I found an alien race that preferred a different type of planet so that I could enslave them and use them to populate other types of planets, but I'm a desert eater myself. The fanatic individualists and xenophobes means that they are definitely not going to appreciate alien contact. Not that I particularly care what they do and do not appreciate. However, they are well outside my sphere of influence, so I know that they are there, but I will have to leave them for now.
Construction complete.
What did I just build? Probably cleared that tile blocker. Cool. In that case, I'll build another power plant to boost that energy up. But over here looks most interesting. We've got 2 planets over here, and one of them is a fairly large desert planet, which is a benefit to me. So that's now in direct competition from Thrish for me, although at the moment Thrish is more appealing because that could bring Alphard into my sphere of influence, and Alphard's got a lot of resources available. Maybe a contender for claiming second. This Iron Age civilization, so I mean in theory I could probably just invade them and take them over, could I? Could I do that? I mean that would be a lot easier. Well, they got by way of armies. Surely their armies must be weak because, you know, they'll have like lasers and shit. Habitable World Survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Hydrax. Both the scientific community and the public sector at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the alien life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. Definitely a commendable initiative. So that begins a survey event chain, or we can say we've got more important things to focus on. I'll get some influence. We are a materialist society. We are interested in our technology and science, so it is a commendable effort. We've also finished building the tech that lets us build colony ships. Oh, genome mapping. That looks interesting. So, tech to research, centralized command, farming subsidies, or genome mapping. So, genome mapping opens up medical treatments and therapies, increases my leader lifespan by 10 years, and we already are venerable, so that's good. Gives us an increase of food as well, and I think it might lead to us getting genetic engineering further down the line, which will be very useful for keeping my slave races in line. I can genetically engineer their individuality out of them, make them a more subservient species by nature. Evil. Those guys have finished their survey, so they're going to move over here to continue surveying elsewhere. So I can now, in theory, build a colony ship. How much is a colony ship going to cost me? A colony ship is going to cost me more than I currently have, for certain. However, I could build a couple of assault armies, which I'm going to do, and take those assault armies and conquer the Lega Spring. That could work. Do they have any sort of fortifications? Do they have any sort of planetary fortifications? I don't think they do, probably because they're an Iron Age empire. Solar panel network has been completed. New research. Administrative AI will give me plus 5% research speed. I'll have that. Play the long game. Get the returns. So yeah, they don't appear to have any sort of fortifications. So it should be really easy to take them over, and I'm hoping that I can do that. I'm hoping that I can just invade them. Let's go to my policies, because that may have... yep, so now that I've seen them, I've got new policies available. So I've got native interference, which is currently unrestricted, and native enlightenment, which is currently prohibited. So we can share our knowledge to enlighten primitives. Passive study, active study, and unrestricted are the different things that we can do. We can invade native worlds with unrestricted, which is good. It's probably the least productive way to get them on board, but it'll be the quickest way to get them on board. And right now, I need to expand my influence as quick as possible. However, I will change my policy on native enlightenment to allow it. So later on in the game, if I find natives and I want to more peacefully integrate them into my empire, then I can do that. I feel good now. I feel like finding the alien race has opened up a plan for me, a plan for our empire, and that plan is brutal subjugation through military force. Haha, that's exactly what we want to see. How long is it going to take to build those armies? Well, the first one's nearly done. Now, in theory, my armies have an attack strength of 1.72 to 3.45, whereas the armies of my enemy are substantially weaker, as you would expect from an Iron Age race. So they have a damage of 0.15 to 0.3. So I think this one army, who I will now embark onto a ship, I think one army will be enough to take them. Landing against a non-hostile planet will turn them hostile against us. What are they going to do? They don't have spaceships, they can't even get to us.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Fantastic. So we've got a system survey complete, and Fuzav 4 has an anomaly on it, with a very low failure risk. The mineral composition does not match projections, so we'll research that. Notice there that my scientist was level 3. Yeah, this guy's level 3 now as well. So once they've completed doing that, I may be able to research some of the previous anomalies that I thought had too high of a risk. They've now got 15% risk, where they did have 22% failure risk. For 15%, I'm willing to give it a go. And let's follow our transport ship while all this is going on. Got another army being built on Hydrax just in case, but it's always nice to have an army or two in the back pocket. Ooh, our slaves are gaining a little bit of support. Ooh, don't know why. Now they're demanding regulated slavery so they can live a slightly more comfortable life. Well, tough. I'm not giving you it. Wormhole being generated. And there we go. Now there's no animations or anything. There's no funky little cinematics of our army invading and attacking them, but we do get to see it happening in real time. And so recruitment of armies completed. Fantastic. And we get to see what's happening. Science officer Toba Namba reports after extensive probing and scanning of the planet, nothing of interest has been found. Well, that's very disappointing. So that's definitely a failure. So what I'll do is bring that science officer away and have her a research. What anomaly is that? That is the faint alien signal that's coming from one of these planets, so we'll have her investigate that. Back to our transport fleet, which is about to attack Dalaga's Spring and attempt to bring it under our control. So there we go, battle commences. Our army is doing significant damage to their troops. Absolutely nailing them. Invasion is underway. Another system survey complete. So we've got more anomalies that we can research. So there was one in the Fulaz system. Hask Gentar is the scientist that we want to do that. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Alphard system. They've been flagged as the Delta aliens. Right, we've got a lot going on. So, first things first, we're going to research the signs of precursor activity. There's the Alphard system. What have we encountered? Oh, that is a proper alien vessel. That is a rival empire. Oh, they better not be planning to take my system away from me. I'm going to build a frontier outpost in that system, Sharpish, because I want to keep that, because there's a lot of beneficial stuff there. I don't want them to be able to claim it away from me. And we'll just resolve the situation at Dalaga's Spring. Hopefully nothing else will come up that distracts us from that. Although there's that science ship which is now doing nothing. I thought I'd put them on a research mission. You can go and research the Broken Planet. We're nearly there. Looks like we've taken 3/4 of their health off and we've only took a slither of damage ourselves. So, in theory, this planet is going to be mine shortly. I've never invaded a primitive alien world before, so I don't know what I'm letting myself in for here. But it will be the second planet in our star empire. Someone's warping in? Or is that us warping out? Oh, that's us, I think. Our fleets have successfully invaded and subdued the primitive forces on Dalaga's Spring. The locals have given up all attempted fighting back and have now subsumed their civilization into our empire. Although, backwards as they are, it may take some time for the natives to become fully productive members of Rethellian society. To them, our weapons must seem like magic. Stellar culture shock added to the primitive pops on Dalaga's Spring, drastically reducing their output from several years to come. Nevertheless, output reduced or not, the Rethellian Galactic Empire has expanded with Dalaga's Spring these guys are seriously unhappy with a massive ethics divergence. Not surprising, they are individualist xenophobes, and we've just landed on their planet and knocked all kinds of cack out of them. But I don't care. I don't care that they're unhappy. They will learn to be happy, or be at least productive in their unhappiness. And with that, I'll bring this episode to a close, and hopefully I'll see you next time.